'Cause you could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third, then the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, thanks so much for joining. Today I am bringing you another episode of our Crybaby Whims, and if you're not part of the Raven family but want to be part of the Raven family, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are notified when another episode goes live. As you can see, our boy Tevin here is stoned and is deciding that he has the munchies, and so he is just baking himself up a cake. A whole ass cake, guys. He is making himself a whole ass cake because he has the munchies, because he went to school and got himself stoned AF. And I don't know what it is about the teens in my series deciding that they want to go to school and get themselves stoned, but not only is Carina picked up a drug habit in this series, but now Tevin is following suit. So poor Cassiopeia has her hands full with these teenagers. Now, as you can see, we have Carina here, and she's feeling in a fine mood, but her underlyingness is tense because she has not smoked today, and so she's in a bit of a mood. Davis here is being good. He is just focused and doing some homework, which we love, and Mr. Landon is just heading himself off to take himself a little bit of a sleep here. And we have little Carissa, who is also fast asleep. So we are just going to go ahead and, oh, that's cake. It's just lovely. I don't even think he's gonna eat it. Yeah, no, he's not. He's just gonna go have himself a bath and then go to bed. He made the cake and didn't even touch the cake, so don't even ask. He probably forgot about it. Why do you ask? Because he's stoned. Yeah, that's lovely. She is going to come in here and clean up a little bit. As you can see, like I said, she is tense. She's hungry, so once she's done cleaning off the counter, she is gonna grab herself a bite to eat. And she's going to be slamming things because, yep, she's pissed off. Why? Because she's sober. Oh my God, these children are going to be the death of us. They really are. What are you like, Carina? She's like, oh, my head's killing me. I just need to get high. No, you really don't. The problem is that you need to fly by, straight and narrow, because your mom told you that you need to stop acting that way and that it was to not happen again. She's like, screw this. I'm pissed off that I can't do what I want to do, and so she has wrecked the dollhouse. I swear, these teenagers and their moods, like, I can't even keep track of it. I don't even know what in the hell. I really don't. Look at Davis. Davis, you're a sweet little bean. I hope when you age up to a teenager in this episode that you don't follow along in their footsteps and misbehave. So Cassiopeia is just going ahead and taking care of Carissa here. As you can see, she has put on a little bit of baby weight because of having Carissa, and she is a little bit worried about it. She is going to go ahead and go jogging. As we know, she does, like to work out and box and things of that nature. So she has decided that she is going to, get into a workout regimen so that she can try to get her pre-baby weight back. And so she's going to go out for a bit of a jog. She's like, I don't even care that it's raining a little bit. I'm just going to go ahead. And now that everyone is kind of getting a little bit of rest, she's going to go out and have herself a late night jog here. It's like actually in the middle of the night. It's like 2 a.m. and she's out jogging, but it is really the only time that she really has to herself now that she is dealing with Carissa. And so she's just gone out for a little bit of a jog. And while she's out jogging, she's just thinking to herself about how lucky she is that she has Zeke and she has Carissa, and even that she's got the kids. But she really is struggling with her teens because she has noticed that, Carina really does have a problem. She keeps showing up to the house after school high, and now, as we know, Tevin is following in that pattern, and it is really a source of trouble for Cassiopeia. She's not really sure what she needs to do in order to curb that behavior in her kid Carina, and hopefully I don't know. I'm pretty sure she's going to figure out that Tevin has this issue as well. She doesn't know quite yet that Tevin is in this experimental phase himself. she hasn't caught him yet. So he hasn't quite yet been busted by her. But Carina, as we know, has been busted several times by Cassiopeia, and Cassiopeia is not happy about it. So while she's getting herself a jog and getting some fitness in, she is really just pondering over what she can do about, hopefully dealing with Carina and the situation and what she's going to do the next time she catches her, because she's pretty certain that there will be another time. She's just waiting for it to happen. But she's going to go ahead and change into her winter coat here, and then she's going to head herself back on home and get herself a bite to eat. She is a little bit hungry. She is feeling a little bit flirty because, as we know, she has just had herself a new baby. She's feeling very enamored by her relationship with Zeke and all of the feelings that she has from this new relationship, and just really feeling like she belongs. She does still have some uncertain feelings where it comes with Elias. She doesn't really know what she's going to do with that whole situation. We are still waiting on him to make a decision. As we know, he is expecting a baby with Liberty Lee, and they are in a very serious live-in relationship as well. So at this point, we're really just waiting on him to be like, you know what, this relationship is over and this needs to be a permanent thing, and we really just need to go ahead and divorce. But she's just waiting on that kind of to dawn in his head, and unfortunately that hasn't happened yet. So she's just going to grab herself a bowl of fruit salad here and have herself a little light snack in the middle of the night here. Well, early morning, and then she will go ahead and get going with the rest of her day here. She feels really, really good after having herself a workout, and she's like, I feel great. Like, I got myself some rest. I took care of, Carissa. I've, got it in my mind that, I'm going to be there for the kids. I'm going to be supportive, but I'm not going to let them run all over me and do what they want where the drugs are concerned. She's had herself a healthy meal, and now she's going to go over here and fix this broken dollhouse. And she's like, I wonder how this got broken. And overall, Cassiopeia is in a really happy place. She is, for the first time in a really, really long time, really happy. And she is, as you can see, just really, really in a place where right now the biggest thing and the most important thing to her is her fitness. She is just really, really wanting to get herself back to a place where she was before she had the baby. So she's really in this episode going to be focusing on her health and really trying to get herself back to pre-baby days as far as her body is concerned. Not to say there's anything wrong with your body's changes after a baby, but with Cassiopeia, she wants to make sure that she is healthy. And so she does want to make sure that she's at a good, healthy weight. And so she feels that, she needs to work out and feel her best. And as of right now, she just doesn't feel like she's at her best. And so, not to say that she wouldn't already be boxing. She does that anyway. She always has. She's boxed since she was old enough to box. So she's just in here boxing and feeling really good. As we know, she is at her best when she is doing the boxing. And it says, I got in a fight with someone at school about which wood critter is more powerful. I said Articorn, but he kept saying Suntor. Which is it? The Articorn, of course. Zeke has advised Landon, and his emotional control has increased, which is lovely. I absolutely love the fact that they are going to Zeke now for some advice, because we know that this dynamic of this family is now changing, and they aren't just going to Cassiopeia for their advice anymore. They're now including Zeke in this, and I think that is showing that this family is growing as a whole. They are really accepting Zeke into their dynamic. And so Davis here is also going to sit down and he's going to have a chat with Zeke. Some of the kids who were at school were being mean to one of my friends. I wanted to help but didn't know what to do. Step in and stand up for your friend, Zeke says to Davis. And he has influenced his conflict resolution, which we absolutely love. So Davis is gone to Zeke as well. And so now, not only does he have a good relationship with Tevin and with Landon, but he's also now got a good relationship with Davis. And he also is slowly building a relationship with Carina. Now, the dynamic that he is building with each of these children is hugely vital, because you'll see that, it's really, really sad because Elias has, really dropped the ball where his kids are concerned. And the fact that they are really allowing Zeke to be in this role for them is huge. And the fact that he's now in the home and he is able to, be that fatherly figure for them and in that role is showing that they are really accepting of him, and it means so much. And so you'll see them getting on, and we absolutely love that. And Cassiopeia is just in here, and she is feeling very energized now after her workout. But we're going to let her go ahead and head off to the washroom. And oh my gosh, but is Carina actually out here getting stoned in the backyard? But yes, she really is. Right before school, she has decided that she can't take it any longer. She was tense and she needed to go out here. She had some drugs that she had gotten from school, and she's out here in the garden smoking before school to get high. What are you like, Carina? What are you like? All right, and now she's headed off to school, high as a kite. I don't think that's the way to go, but everyone is now headed off to school, and I just don't even know what to say about you, girl. Like, what in the hell? And she's like, it doesn't matter. I'm playful. I'm stoned. I'm feeling much better than I was. Yeah, I'm sure you are. We're just going to go ahead and queue up for everyone to go ahead and listen to the teacher while they're at school, so that hopefully they can do well. Obviously, because she's playful and stoned, she's not going to be listening to the teacher, so she's just going to be flirty with some of her classmates. Great. It looks like Zeke this morning is feeling very flirty, and as we know, Cassiopeia is feeling very energized. So they are just going to spend a little bit of time together chatting before he goes off to work, and then Cassiopeia will probably spend her day obviously taking care of Carissa, but she will most likely spend the day doing a little bit of working out because she wouldn't have anything else to do during the day other than focusing on really herself. And he is off to work for the day, so she's going to go ahead, and it looks like she had just had herself a little bit of a nap, but she's going to go ahead and repair the sink that's broken downstairs. It is about 1:45 p.m. in the afternoon, and she has been taking care of Carissa, and she did have herself a little bit of a jog earlier, and now she is just going ahead and repairing some things around the house and making herself a little bit useful, which we absolutely love. As you can see, the children have now arrived home from school, which is wonderful. It does look like Landon is not feeling the best. He might be coming down with a little bit of a cold. We're going to go ahead and let all of the children go ahead and work on their needs, and they will have some homework that they need to go ahead and work on. Carina, honey, what is your deal? And she's like, well, I'm still a little bit messed up from the day. It does look like Tevin was given drugs at school again today, which is not ideal. And it looks like Carina also was given drugs again at school today. So both of the children got drugs while they were at school today, which we pretty much knew would happen because that is what happens with our children. For whatever reason, both of them are getting drugs on the daily basis. So that is that. Thankfully, neither one of them came home from school today high, but she did go to school high. Like, she went to school high. So, there's that. She is going to go ahead and grab herself something to eat here, it looks like. But everyone is just working on their homework and their needs. And she is just sitting here having herself a little bit to eat because she was just working out on her punching bag there. Like I said, she is really, really focused on her health. She is going to go ahead and cook a meal for the family. But there's been something else that's been kind of on Cassiopeia's mind. And that is that she's feeling like maybe, now that she has had Carissa and she has all of the other children as well, that maybe it might be time for her to go ahead and, consider getting sterilization surgery. She is thinking that, it's a good possibility that she's probably had enough children. She's not getting any younger. She is coming up really closely now on her adult birthday, and she doesn't want to continue having more and more children. Her and Zeke did have Carissa, and they hadn't really talked about having a whole lot of children, but she already had, 4 children already, and so she feels like she's had plenty of children and she doesn't necessarily need to have any more. So she has really been pondering that throughout the day. And that is another reason why she has been on the punching bag so much here recently, is because we know when Cassiopeia has things on her mind, she takes to the punching bag. And that is something that has been on her mind, is does she want to go ahead and have sterilization surgery so that she can go ahead and get herself to where she doesn't have to worry about pregnancy anymore. And the more she thinks about it, the more she thinks that it is a good idea. Accidents do happen, and even though they could go ahead and use protection, even using protection, there's the risk that they could still end up with a baby. And they already have so many children, already in the house. So that is something that she is pondering getting done. So, as you can see, all of the children are being good, and they are getting their homework done, which we love. Cassiopeia is just running around kind of cleaning up, and she's talking to the children, trying to find out how their day was, and she's just like, how was your school day? And as you can see, Landon here is just going ahead and doing his school project. He's going to go ahead and get started on that. He did finish his homework already, and so now he's just going to go ahead and start his school project because he is a good little student, and we absolutely love that. So she's going to go ahead and come out here and assist with that. Zeke is outside playing a little bit of ball. So once Tevin has finished his homework, we're going to have him go ahead and come outside, and he is going to come over to Zeke, and he's just going to say, hey, how about you and I go ahead and we do a 1-against-1, like a 1-on-1. We're going to challenge you to a hoops competition. So they're going to have a little fun time with some shooting of the hoops. So I think that will be really fun to watch them have a little bit of fun time. Now, mind you, Tevin is probably not going to be any good at this. But they are going to do that. You know that, he had told Tevin when he first started coming around that they would play ball together. And so that is exactly what they're going to do, is they're going to play some ball together. He is a man of his word, and he's following through with that. So they're going to play a little bit of ball together here. And he's like, oh, I can't believe you missed that, man. And he's like, oh, that was amazing. I can't believe you made that, Zeke. And he's like, yeah, well, keep trying and you'll be able to make it too. And so, Kevin throws it again, and of course he misses. Oh, and Zeke's like, come on, man, you can totally do this. You just have to try harder. And so then he throws and he makes it again. He's actually pretty good at this. So he's going to try again, and he misses again. He's like, oh, I suck at this. And he's like, you just have to keep practicing. The more you practice, the better you'll get. And soon you'll be a pro at basketball. You just have to practice, practice, practice. And he's like, see, even I miss sometimes. And then I get pissed off that I miss too. But, the more you practice, the better you get. So these two have had a lot of fun out here competing, doing this hoops competition. They're, done doing this now. We're going to let them go ahead and head inside. Zeke is needing to use the washroom, and he is a little bit hungry, and he's also needing a shower pretty bad. And of course, as you can see, Carissa is desperately needing someone to come love her. So of course, her big brother is going to come in here and take some good care of her, which we absolutely love to see him come in and bond with her and take care of her. Tevin is such a little sweetheart. Thank you so much for that. Go ahead and give her a bottle if you don't mind. That will totally help out Cassiopeia, and we love that. And he's like, okay, calm down, Carissa. Here you go. Here's you a bottle. Okay, thank you so much. And Cassiopeia is downstairs with Carina. School School is stupid. I should just be able to start working or living life. Could I never go to school again? Well, society requires school for success. So Cassiopeia has to advise Carina, and her manners have increased. Like, you have to go to school. And instantly she's started doing some push-ups. Like, this girl is seriously into her fitness. When I tell you that all she wants to do right now is fitness, that is what I'm telling you, is all this girl wants to do right now is her fitness. She is totally on board with this fitness stuff. Like, she can't get enough of it. She's a little bit cold. We're going to let her go ahead and get her little ass inside here. So go ahead and get yourself to the bathroom. She's like, no, I don't think I'll start a fire. Okay, well, if you're demanding to stay outside, then we're going to have to get you into your coat, because honestly, like, otherwise you're going to freeze your patootie off. And we just can't be having that. So there you have it. Get yourself into some warmer clothes. There you go. I do think that all the working out is making a little bit of a dent in her figure there. I do think that I see that it is helping some, but she is just continuing and continuing with the working out. Davis, why don't you go ahead and clean up your mess there, sweet boy? So tomorrow is Davis and Carissa's birthday, and both of them will be aging up. So that is really great news. Everyone is just getting themselves a little bit to eat here, and then they will be heading themselves off to bed. It is going on, 9 o'clock in the evening here, and so everyone is getting a little bit tired, and it is going to be time for everyone to wrap up their evening here. So as you can see, Zeke is just getting himself something to eat, as is Carina. Tevin is just finishing up a little bit of homework, and Davis is cleaning up his mess. Cassiopeia is just cleaning up in the bathroom there, and Landon has already settled himself in for the night. And once everyone has gone ahead and gone off to sleep, I believe that Cassiopeia, since she is really not all that tired, will probably go out for a little bit of a jog. And then we will put her to bed once she has returned home. But for now, she's just going to go ahead and head herself back out to the boxing punching bag here. And she is going to box a little bit, because why not? As we know, she gets her best thinking done out there, and she has a lot to think about, because tomorrow is the day that Carissa ages up into a toddler, and so she really needs to go ahead and make that decision. Is she going to go ahead and get that sterilization surgery done tomorrow? Because, you know, she has decided that she really thinks that she is done with the whole baby thing. And so she's going to go ahead. This boxing really isn't working out for her. She's really not getting the answers that she seeks by punching it out. So she's going to go ahead and she's going to go for an energized jog. And maybe running will help her to sort out her thoughts and her feelings. So she's going to go ahead and she's going to go for a bit of a jog here. So she's just going to go ahead and head herself out. Like I said, everyone else is getting themselves ready for bed. So she's going for a jog, and she's just thinking to herself, like, I don't think I can have more kids. I don't think I need to have more kids. Like, I think that honestly, it really should just be something that I should be done. Like, 5 kids is a lot. 5 kids is probably more than enough. So she's come to the decision that sterilization is the way she's going to go. And so she is going to let that be her ultimate decision here. And as you can see, Tevin has just put away the rest of the food there so that it doesn't go off. And then he's going to have himself a bath and he'll head on to bed. She has just taken a phone call from her mother here, and they're just having a little bit of a chat. It is really late for her to be talking to her mom on the phone, but Mom called and just wanted to check up. But now that she has finished her conversation with Mom, she is going to head herself on back to the house here and get herself into bed so that she can get up with the rest of the family in the morning at a decent hour and function like a normal person would do, because we know that if she stays up all night long, she'll want to sleep all day long, and that's just not going to work. Tevin is going to grab himself a quick bite to eat and then head himself off to bed. And then I will catch back with you guys in the morning. It is about 2 o'clock in the morning, and poor Carissa is crying her little head off. She is needing some attention from Mom and Dad. And so Cassiopeia is just going to quickly take care of her this morning and give her a little bit of a breastfeeding, and then we will have Zeke come over and just give her a little bit of love while Cassiopeia takes care of some of her needs. And he is just going to just love on her and cuddle her and coo at her and just be the great dad that we know that he can be. He's also going to change that stinky diaper that she has because there is a nasty green cloud coming up off of her, which we just can't have. No. So as we know, this little girl here, it is her birthday. And so we will be celebrating not only her birthday, but also Davis has a birthday today. So we will have Cassiopeia go ahead and order cakes for Davis today so that he can blow out his candles and we will celebrate a birthday for him. But also we will be aging up Carissa today. And we also know that today in the episode we will be experiencing the sterilization of Cassiopeia, and they will no longer be able to have any more children. And so this little baby will be Zeke's one and only, and so she is going to be a spoiled, rotten little bean. Yes, she is. Because, I mean, even though he absolutely adores all of Cassiopeia's other kids, this is his only biological child. And here she is once again back on this because she is kind of nervous actually about the sterilization. She is resigned to the fact that this is what is going to happen, but she is a little bit nervous, I think, about it. You know, any procedure that you go through is sometimes scary. We will go ahead and let her get some breakfast going for the rest of the family so that when everyone gets up out of bed, there will be some breakfast here. I just want them to go ahead and have something that will be available for them to just kind of grab quickly if they want something before they all head off into their respective school or wherever they have to go. And she is just talking to Zeke and she's like, honey, I think that, you know, I am just going to go ahead and book for a, you know, to get myself fixed today. And he's like, okay, honey, I kind of expected that you were probably going to do that. So he has had to take a phone call and she has gone ahead and gone out. She is really, really nervous. And you'll notice when she's nervous, she does a lot of things. She's going to come back in now that he's off the phone call. And she's going to say, is it okay with you that I go ahead and get this procedure done? And he's like, honey, I expected this procedure long ago. Like, you know, 5 kids is a lot. And I think 1 kid with you is plenty. Like, I'm happy with just Carissa. And if you want to just go ahead and get this procedure done, I completely understand. So they are going to go ahead and go forward with this procedure, and she is going to go ahead and get, you know, this sterilization surgery done. So they are definitely going to go ahead and we're going to get her sterilized so that she can't have kids any longer. So now that they have had this discussion and they are both on the same page, we know that, you know, everything is going to be okay, and she feels a lot better knowing that, you know, he is going to be okay with this news. So as you can see, everyone is up. They are just getting themselves whatever it is that they're wanting to eat. She did make breakfast, but some of them are just opting to go ahead and get some leftovers. But once they are done with getting themselves something to eat for breakfast, then everyone will go ahead and kind of tend to whatever it is that they're wanting to do. It is fall break today, so technically they do have the day off from school. Some of them may go ahead and opt to go to school. They are, some of them, tense. I do believe that Carina and also Tevin may end up going ahead and going into high school. They are needing to go ahead and get their grades up a little bit because they have been, as we know, misbehaving at school. And so they need to put in a little bit of extra time. So those two may go ahead and head into school for the day anyway and put in some extra time, almost kind of like a detention situation. But as we know, it is Davis's birthday, and so let's go ahead and get him a cake so that we can go ahead and celebrate the birthday of Davis and the aging up of that little one there into a teenager, and we can go ahead and just celebrate with him and see his makeover. So we are going to go ahead and add some birthday candles here to this cake so that we can just celebrate the coming of teen years. Oh goodness. And he says, my face is a mess. I can't go anywhere looking like this. What can I do? I think Cassiopeia would totally just tell him, well, you know, Tevin, I think everything is okay. You know, she probably would tell him maybe not to overreact, but I think she's also going to just tell him, like, why don't you just try some light makeup? Not thinking, like, that it's Tevin. It's not Carina that you're talking to, it's Tevin, but she would still totally tell him, just put a little bit of light makeup on it. It'll be completely fine, which is going to erase his responsibility, which we love. So she has put some candles on this cake. Let's go ahead and get Davis to come on in here, and he is just going to, because he is Davis, and that cake looks so, so good to him. I think he's going to come in here and just, you know, maybe try to sneak a little taste. What a rush. Tevin likes fitness. Okay, you can totally like fitness, Tevin. That's perfectly fine with us. But I do think Davis would come in. He would see that cake sitting there on that counter, and he's like, oh my goodness, that looks so, so good. And look at his little evil grin as he goes ahead and tries to sneak a taste of that cake. And Zeke is like, oh, I can't believe you just did that. Why did you do that? And he's like, well, it's my cake anyway. And I just couldn't help myself. And look at him laugh. Oh my goodness. Davis, what are you like? He's such a cutie. Why don't you go ahead, actually, instead of sneaking a taste, come in here. We're going to get you to make a wish. It is time for you to go ahead and age up, you cute little bean. It is time for you to become a teenager. They are singing to him and celebrating him coming of age of teen years, which we love. Happy birthday, Davis. Happy, happy birthday. All right. We love that. And just like that, Davis has aged up, and we are going to randomize his traits, and he got childish. He also, I am going to give him, oh, what can we give him? I think I'm going to give him one of the hobby. I think I'm going to give him the hardcore gamer aspiration. And I am going to go ahead and have Cassiopeia go ahead and go upstairs and age up Carissa. And then we will give them their makeovers at the same time. So let's go ahead and just age up our little Carissa here really quickly. And then we will jump into Cass, and we will give both of them their respective makeovers. So happy birthday, Carissa. You are becoming a toddler. And she has aged up, and 1, 2, and 3. She got intelligent, so she's going to learn her thinking skill quickly, and she got movement development delay, so she is going to build her movement skill slowly. And we're going to jump into Cass and go ahead and give them both their makeovers. All right, and this is Davis after his makeover and what he has grown up to look like as a teenager. I see a lot of Elias in him, and this is his everyday outfit. So let's just quickly go through his outfits here. So for his formal and his athletic, his sleepwear, party, swim, and for his hot weather and his cold weather. And then if we hop on over to Carissa, she has aged up into a toddler, and she looks just like this. And I think she's absolutely precious. And then for her everyday outfit, this is what that looks like. And we'll quickly go through her outfits. So for her formal and her sleep, and her party, her swimwear, and her hot weather, and her cold weather. And we have gone back into the game, and as you can see, Zeke is here, and he's just really flirty. He is talking to Cassiopeia here, and he's just letting her know that her food smells really, really good. And she's like, okay, dear, now that we've had the party, I need to go ahead and head out. I have a gym appointment, but first I am going to go ahead and make sure that I get Carissa down for a nap. So she is just going to go ahead and get Carissa down for a bit of a nap here, and then we will head her off to her appointments. She is going to go to her little workout appointment that she has scheduled, and then she's going to get her sterilization done. And she is kind of nervous about that, but she's like, it is time. I have, prepared myself mentally for this the best I can, and it is definitely time to get this done. So she is just going to tuck in little Carissa for her nap. No, she's going to tuck her in, and that is just the sweetest little thing. And she's like, okay, good night, Carissa. And as you can see, Carissa is bunking down with Carina. I had to put her in that bedroom. And now Cassiopeia is just going to go ahead and she's going to go outside here and head off to her little appointment here that she needs to go to. She is going to go ahead and go for her sterilization surgery, and we will get that taken care of right away. And while she is done, away getting her surgery taken care of, Zeke is here at the house with the rest of with all of the kids. He's just spending some time with Carina. They are working on their relationship. They are having a really rough time being in a good relationship, and it's because Carina is having a really hard time, really bonding with anyone due to the fact that she is dealing with the drugs and all of that. She is really, really hard to get along with these days. As you know, she had really gone off on her grandmother. She is turning on Cassiopeia. She's really, really struggling bonding with anyone and everyone right now. And he is asking her if he, could possibly be with her mother. And he's saying, do you think that, basically, could I have your blessing? And she said, no, I can't give you my blessing. And unfortunately, that really sucks. But coming from Carina, I don't expect anything less. As we know, Carina is not really the nicest girl on the block. She really isn't. So Tevin here is just playing some video games, and then we are going to let him go down and get himself something to eat. And Davis is just going to go out for a quick run. He is feeling quite tense today, and when he's tense, he clearly wants to go jogging. He is a lot like his mother that way. So he is going out and he is just getting himself a bit of a run in, and Landon is just having a little bit of bathtub fun, which we love. As you can see, Tevin and Carina have gone ahead and headed off to school. They are getting a little bit of school time done, as I said they would. And Landon is just going to be taking care of himself here. And we did just get a notification that Liberty Lee just had a baby with Elias. So we will need to pop over into that household in our next episode so that we can take a look at that situation and go ahead and see who their sibling is, because as we know, they now have themselves a half brother or sister that we would need to contend with. So we will definitely be taking a look at that in our next episode, guys. But I think I am actually going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live. And I will see you guys in the next one. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.